Hey guys, Dr. Brown here, and a question came up in a previous video about what is a natural log. Our answer ended up being the natural log of some function. So what is a natural log? Where did it come from? How do we take a derivative of that? So let's explore that. Let's assume for a moment you had a natural log of 4x squared plus 3x plus 2. What does that mean? Where did that answer come from? Okay, to answer that, let's look at a derivative first. You remember if we had a function, let's say y equals ax to the nth power. If we take the derivative of that, in other words, y prime or dy dx, we bring the n down, ax to the n minus 1. That would be the derivative of the function ax to the n. Now, if we integrate this function, the integral of n ax to the n minus 1 dx, okay, the way you handle that, you're increasing this function by 1 and then dividing by what you end up with. N minus 1 plus 1 would be n. So I'm dividing that by n. That would be the integral. So I'm n over n cancels. I'm left with ax, n minus 1 plus 1 is n, ax to the n, which is what I had to start with. Okay, that works really fine for a lot of different functions except for one critical one. What if I have the function, the integral of dx over x? Okay, I could say, well, I'm going to bring this to the numerator, the integral of x to the minus 1 dx. Recall the integral, I'm going to increase this by 1. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0, and I'm going to divide by that. Uh-oh, I can't do that. I can't divide. So this integral, way to handle that is the integral of the derivative of a function over the function. That is the natural log of the function. So you'll see it written a lot of times, du over u is the natural log of u. Okay, now what if I'm taking the derivative of a natural log? This happens a lot in that you go through the integration, you end up with, let's say, this function here, natural log of 4x squared plus 3x plus 2, and I'm asked to take the derivative of that. What do I do with that? Uh-oh. Okay, recall we just said the integral of du over u is a natural log of u. Okay, if I'm asked to take the derivative of that with respect to u, the derivative of the function with respect to u, the integral actually just drops away. Okay, so I'm left with du over u. So if I have this function here, so let's let u equal 4x squared plus 3x plus 2. Du then would be 2 times 4 is 8. 8 to the 2 minus 1 is 8x plus 3 plus 0. Derivative of a constant is 0. So du is 8x plus 3. So if I take the derivative of this with respect to x, the integral sign drops away, and I'm left with du over u. So I'm left with 8x plus 3 over 4x squared plus 3x plus 2. But for this video, the sake of the video, it's what is a natural log? It's where we have a function and we're taking the integral of that integral of the derivative of the function over the function. And that is the natural log of the function. Okay, guys, keep studying. Why are we doing this? Together, we're trying to build a better tomorrow. And do that how? Do that through math. All right, guys, that's all for now. Talk to you next time.